Today after school, I held a workshop for teachers on how to use Jamboard. One of the things that I mentioned in my presentation is how version history is going to be your BFF. And this is true not only for Jamboard, but in any product within the Google suite. I personally think not a lot of people know about version history or simply don't use it to its full potential. For example, did you know that you can name versions of your document or your slide deck or your jam so that if something goes completely wrong, you can easily reset it? As you can see, in my slide deck, I provided screenshots on how teachers can do this. However, I recognize that some people are visual learners and they need to see this. So if you were not able to attend the workshop, I am going to show you how you can name your version history and easily reset it if you need to. So here's the jam that I used in today's workshop. As you can see at the top, I have 7 frames that I prepared for teachers, going over all the fun things that teachers can do in Jamboard. Now, once I have my presentation exactly how I want it, I actually don't want this slide, I am going to navigate to version history, and I am going to name this current version. Now I can go back into my document. So let's say I share this jam with my students and I give them editing access because I want them to list one thing that they learned today on this frame. And let's say one of my students accidentally deletes a bunch of frames. I could go into version history and I could click through. Now, of course, because it's only me, there's only one version. You can see here is my named version. But let's go down to the bottom. So this was during my presentation. I did a bunch of fun things and was playing with it. And right before my presentation, I named it Final Copy. So these were all the edits that I made during my presentation. So at the end, my presentation was completely marked up, or let's continue with this example. My student could have accidentally deleted, and I have a lot to scroll through. If I have named my version, so for example it says Final Copy, or at the top here I can navigate to named versions, I can just say I want to restore this version of the document. You can see here it says restored version, Final Copy, and just to be sure I can cycle through and all of my frames are back to normal. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.